Hi, I'm Ryan Hairston, and I am so excited that you have decided to be a part of the Forge Residency. And I know that over the next several weeks and over the next several months, that this will really be a life-changing experience for you. I can say that because it has been a life-changing experience for me, and it has changed so many people's lives across the country and really across the world. And I'm just really thrilled to see what God is going to do in you and how what He does in you will affect those you rub shoulders with every single day. And that's really what the Forge Residency is all about. And we want to help people begin to think and act like missionaries in their everyday life, in the places that God has placed them, with the people that they rub shoulders with. And we are excited about this journey for you. And we want to encourage you in it. And we want to come alongside you and empower you and equip you to live and to lead on mission in your everyday life. We believe in you. We believe that every person has the potential for a life change and world transformation. And it just needs to be fostered. It needs to be undomesticated. It needs to be brought back to life. And that some paradigms really need to bust and shatter so that people can walk into their identity, their God-given identity as a missionary people and as a sent people. You know, one of the things that I've experienced over the last several years, or at least the last few years, is that for the first time I've begun to experience really that life and life to the full. And previously, I can't say that I experienced it a lot, and I see so many Jesus followers not experiencing the life that He has promised. And I think partly it has to do with people not really living out the life that He has called us to this missionary life, to living as a sent people, to identifying with Him in that peace. And so I'm just excited about what God is going to do in your life. And as we really begin this Forge journey, I want to take just a second to share with you really the why behind Forge. You see, Forge was birthed out of a cultural crisis that was happening. It happened in Australia about 15 years ago with two guys, Alan Hirsch and Michael Frost. And one of the things that they began to realize is that they began to sense and really see this growing number of cultural barriers to effectively communicating the gospel. And not just in announcement, but in demonstration and in announcement, to not just telling people about it, but to really becoming what it is that we're telling them about, to become the good news. And that they saw and they realized that the old way of doing things, or the contemporary church model, was no longer being effective in reaching a large number of the population. People were disinterested and really disengaged with the local church. And church went from being something that was in the center of the community to something that was now on the edges of the community. And they realized that if we were to affect and if we are going to engage and if we are going to reach a large number of the population, that it's going to have to be people like you and I embracing our missionary identity and following Jesus into mission in our everyday lives. And so that's what we want to do. Fast forward 15 years, here we are today in America, and we are seeing the same type of cultural crisis. And we feel that understanding this cultural crisis is important. We feel like it is a springboard into this residency, and it's helpful for us as we begin to ask questions. It helps us begin to break some paradigms and to walk through some paradigms and to make some shifts in the way we see things. And so really, over the next couple of weeks, we want to challenge you in that. We want to encourage you to take some time to think about the ways in which your culture has changed in the place in which you live, your neighborhood, your workplace, your school, the people you share life with, your community, you name it, the parks, the pubs, the restaurants. What are the ways in which culture has changed? What are the things that have changed? Do you see an increase in people wanting to attend a local church? Do you see an increase and people that are disinterested in spirituality, or maybe not spirituality, but maybe disinterested in coming to the church for spirituality. What are some of those things that you see, and what are some of the things that you sense that are happening right there in front of you? And I would encourage you to journal it. I would encourage you to write down what are those things that you're seeing. And then even beyond these next couple weeks, I would encourage you to journal the things that the Spirit speaks to you about, to journal the things that you have questions about, to journal the things that excite you, to journal the things that you learn, to the things that you mess up in, to journal the places in which you failed, and let those things be a tool for you for what God wants to do next. And so this week and for the next couple weeks, I would encourage you to journal those things. In addition to journaling, you're going to take some time to watch a video about Alan Hirsch, really kind of unpacking what this cultural crisis is all about and what are the cultural barriers. And then you're going to read a few chapters of Shaping of Things to Come. Now, Shaping of Things to Come is a hard read. It's not an easy read, it's not a light read, and it's not just a relaxing read. We really have to engage in it, and we have to stretch ourselves. We have to push ourselves to engage in it. So I would really encourage you just to hang in there, to take it slow, to read it slow, and to really try to absorb the information that you're reading. And then we'll get together again in a couple weeks, and we'll do something much like this. We'll have a little video, share with you what the next couple weeks hold, and hopefully guide you through that. And we'll do several of those throughout the course of the residency. So I look forward to talking with you and getting back in touch with you and hearing about how God might want to use you and how God might want to help you navigate through some of the cultural changes to really be the church, to be the good news, to announce and to demonstrate the good news to the people in the places which God has already placed you.